Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, call us. Hmm. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on screen. Right, sir. And can you please come this side, all of you? Better come this side. Finish. On check. Right. Good afternoon, guys. All right, sir. Now, so daily classroom notes. I prepared one link now. Just try to take this link. So if you take this, then every day classroom notes you are able to get through this one. Try to recognize this. Right, sir. Now take this one. Classroom notes, daily classroom notes. So http:// tinyurl.com/adv java 4 p.m. notes. This one time check in browser. Just we have to get one document. If you open the document, there we can see the content. Miss, right, sir. Every day classroom notes will come to this link only. Right, sir. Can I start? tinyurl.com/adv java 4 p.m. notes. Have you accessed the document? Okay, fine. Now, then after this, now come for the today's topic, advanced Java. In advanced Java, what exactly the content here we are going to see, what content we are going to understand actually. The first one is prerequisite for advanced Java, that is some topics from core Java which are required for advanced Java. To start JDBC classes, to understand JDBC content, we need some basic concepts from core Java. So that basic concepts here we are going to understand in a prerequisite part, but not too many concepts here, just 2 to 3 concepts only. Right, sir. Mandatorily, which topics I required, I will discuss about that content. Leave this one. After this, next one is JDBC, Java Database Connectivity. Java Database Connectivity. Okay, JDBC is another one, Java Database Connectivity. After the JDBC, another thing is like what there, servlets, next topic, servlets. After the servlets, I'll go with the JSPs, right, Java Server Pages, JSPs. Next one is after this, JSTL, alright. Now, JSP, Standard Tag Library, JSP Standard Tag Library. And another one is like what there, sixth one after this, JSTL, EL, Expression Language. Right, these are overall topics what we are going to understand. Right, all of you understand it clearly. Inside the advanced Java, what are the concepts we are going to understand there? Prerequisite for advanced Java. Then after this, JDBC, Java Database Connectivity, Servlets, JSPs, Java Server Pages, JSTL, JSP Standard Tag Library, and EL, Expression Language. These are overall 6 topics we are going to understand in our content. Clear to all of you know? All right. Along with all this content now, I want to give some other tools what I am going to use for our application development, if you understand it. All right, sir. Just before moving for that, just one time I want to give some clarity on other concepts also. Say for example, 1 minute, sir. Just let me give some clarity now. So some points already we are having there. Now let me talk about them. One minute. Okay, leave this one. It's not required here. Yeah, I'll give the points now. See, apart from this, we know already about this course, what are the various advantages we are able to get, what we are able to have there. Just one time, I want to give clarity on it. Already we had some notes there. One minute, sir. Right. This I want to give some clarity regarding this, all the advantages of this course in one time, no. By that you are able to get some clarity. Right. Now these points here I'm expecting, no. When today I will start your content, no need to worry for it. Right. So advanced Java in the sense, these are the various courses, no. For the new members, I'm telling there already maximum members are from core Java. You already aware about it, what we are doing now. But remaining members, for the remaining members, I want to talk one time about all the commitments what we are providing regarding the content. First one is all classes videos will be provided officially up to 1 year, but more than that you are able to get. No need to worry for it. All my classes materials in the form of hard copy for offline and soft copy for both offline and online students is available. So videos will be provided there. There you are able to get that material, soft copy material, PDF material. Already previous batches material is already existed that you can get it. Free access to the classroom notes. Just know today I've given some link to you. Through this link we can access our daily classroom notes. Next one is free access to the classroom applications. In the material itself, I'm going to paste the applications. What are the applications we are preparing now? Right, so that you can get the all applications there. All applications are in live application development. In the live, we are able to execute all the applications. We are going to prepare that. Right. Anyway, course completion certificate will be provided at the end of the course. Okay. Anyway, then companies drives that we already aware about it. But for advanced Java, so far I have not conducted any written tests. Even in general, written tests are going on core Java maximum. In any company, if you observe this, written tests are going on what their core Java. Apart from that, nobody will ask questions on what their these are written test questions in other technologies. Even max in the case of interviews also, 50 to 60% of the questions are asked from core Java only. If you're good, if you're strong in core Java, if they want to check in advanced level, then only they will come to the next further technologies. But majority of the questions you are able to get from core Java only. Alright, sir. Now, okay, the remaining points are required points. Can I understand it clearly? So now here, observe carefully. Here, JDBC, JDBC in the sense Java database connectivity. JDBC is what there? Java database connectivity. All of you observe carefully what I'm telling there. So we have to interact with the database from Java application. That is called as what there? JDBC. Already we have database. Java program is available. From Java program, we have to connect with the database. Then we have to perform database operations from Java application. So here database is required. In my classes, what databases I am going to use? In my classes, what databases here I am able to use? If you come for this particular point here, answer is very clear. Two databases here I am going to use. What are the two databases here I'm going to use there for our applications now? Oracle and MySQL. Damn sure these two databases here I'm going to use. In the case if we have time, sufficient time, if I want to go for any other database, no, there by the time I will think about it. But for Java developer, maximum working with these two databases are sufficient, more than sufficient. No need to think more about this particular content. Right, sir? So more than one database here we are going to work. Next one is after this working with the multiple servers. What is the next one here? Working with the multiple servers. What are the various servers here? I am going to be covered. WebLogic, Wildfly, Glassfish, and Tomcat. Understand it clearly. See, what is the purpose of these servers? No, all of you observe carefully. Here, as a second one, that means as a third one, servlets is a topic. Right from this, servlets, JSPs, JSTLs, and EL expression language, all these must be, all these must be, all these must be executed at a server machine only. So the servlets program may be, JSPs may be, JSTL may be, expression language may be, all these three, these four are running or executing at a server side program only, at server side only. So if you want to execute them at server side now, definitely we require some server software or not. Definitely we need what there, some server software. So what are the various servers here we are going to use in our application development? There we can understand that very first one. Initially I will start our work with the Tomcat. Tomcat is a simple and easy to use. Tomcat I will use. Next one is what there, WebLogic, Wildfly, Glassfish. These many servers here we are going to use for our applications. So actually one database work experience is sufficient to work with any other database. One server work experience is sufficient to work with any of the other servers. But anyway, inside the classes, we are going to understand these many servers implementations clearly. After that, as you know already, working with the multiple IDEs. Now, at a startup mode, we are going to use what there, Eclipse. Very one or two applications, very startup applications. Not even that, maybe 10 to 15 applications in JDBC. I will use Eclipse IDE. Once you are getting clarity on working with Eclipse IDE, then we will see with what their IntelliJ IDEA. But maximum part of our course is going on with IntelliJ IDEA. It's a very good IDE. It's very simple to use and very good IDE for utilization. How much comfort you felt in core Java, I don't know. But in advanced Java, you feel very much comfortable when compared with Eclipse. Yeah, even as I'm using that, I'm telling to you, you will see very good comfort. That means very good flexibility. We are able to see in the case of this IntelliJ IDEA in advanced Java. Okay, but in core Java namesake only, but in advanced Java, we are able to see much comfort. Next one is what? NetBeans. This NetBeans is not for up to now advanced Java. NetBeans is not for like what there advanced Java. This NetBeans is for frameworks onwards. Why I'm telling this NetBeans is from frameworks onwards now. Nowadays, if you want to prepare any project with the NetBeans, you must have awareness on like what there, like Maven. Minimum Maven you should require. Then only you are able to work with the NetBeans. But in the future, we are going to see that the Maven and all the content here when I'm going to start frameworks now, there we are going to utilize this NetBeans content. All of you observe carefully. All right, sir. Now here, one more thing I can specify there. Apart from this, when I go for frameworks now, then definitely I'm going to use one more IDE. That's what there STS, Spring Tool Suite, especially for Spring Boot applications, especially for what there Spring Boot applications. And if you understand it clearly now. Next one is as usual information. Automatically in our classes we are able to get interview questions along with our content. Just I'm going to provide question and answer, clear cut information there. Then the latest version here, it's not like uh, up to Java 20th version only, but here we can understand clearly up to the latest versions, up to the latest version in the sense JDBC 4.x or something else. No, then after this servlets is 6.0 version, JSPs might be 3.x or 4.x. So up to the latest content only, we are going to understand our content clearly. That's all. These are the points here we can understand. If you think, if you think if you think advanced Java is a course here, we can understand clearly. But actually today I'm taking this demo class for what courses actually? What is that batch here now? Now the batch now here we are announcing that is what there advanced Java with Java frameworks. Understand it now. So those who are in only basic package, then advanced Java is a final content for you. But those who are in complete Java package, those who are in full stack Java package, in a Java set, what exactly the content here we are going to see. Or else maybe if any of you are coming for the course like what there, advanced Java with the frameworks now, what we are going to be see there, here the content is like what there. First one is advanced Java, next one is what there, Hibernate, then after this Hibernate, next one is what there, Spring, next one is what there, Spring Boot, then after this microservices, then after this microservices, web services. So these are the topics here we are going to understand. Right, sir? Understand it clearly what I am telling now. First one is what there, advanced Java, then after this Hibernate, next one is a Spring Boot, microservices, then what next one you know, web services. These are the various concepts I am going to be covered part of the advanced Java with the Java frameworks. One more point I'm telling there, even regularly people are coming to me, people are asking to me in a Java demo classes now. Sir, what is the requirement to learn all these things? My friend said to me, core Java, Spring Boot, microservices, finish. I may get job in outside. Can I learn up to this part in this sequence? Only core Java, next one is what there? Spring Boot, microservices. Now, people are identifying this type of shortcut for completing Java classes now. Unfortunate thing is in outside some institutes are following the same kind of steps, same type of syllabus. But as the person, as I'm in Java from long time, as I know the importance of each and every topic, I'm telling to you that approach, whatever the shortcut approach here we are thinking, no, this is totally wrong approach. That is not at all your permanent solution. Your permanent solution should be what? Your permanent solution should be, once if you learn the courses, next to 20 to 25 years of time, you should come back for the other courses. Java is always in straight line. Java is not having any up and downs. Always the Java is getting somewhat demand when compared with other courses now. So because of that reason, once you completed your courses in Java, you should not come back for the courses. Then you have to manage your technology set in your company in the next 20 to 25 years of time. Max you can expect up to that only your active time. More than that, not possible to work in any software in a company. Understand it clearly now. So because of that reason, what I am telling you, the standard approach of learning all the content is what there in the same sequence here we have to learn now. See, simple point. The total microservices is depending on what their Spring Boot. If no Spring Boot, no chances of understanding what their microservices. The total Spring Boot is depending on what their Spring framework. Without having knowledge on Spring framework, we are unable to understand what their Spring Boot. Everybody understand it clearly now. If you want to learn Spring Boot, then definitely we must know Spring. Learning in the sense, what's the meaning of it now? Understanding each and every corner of the subject, not like definition, syntax, program. Not in this approach. You have to understand every corner of the subject. Then only we are able to get clarity. So if you want to learn Spring, you must require advanced Java and as well as what the Hibernate. So because of that reason only, we are conducting the classes like what there in this particular order. Web services part is totally different. No need to think about it now immediately, but it is totally different. Might be Spring Boot with the RESTful services getting Spring Boot with the RESTful services or Spring Boot microservices, RESTful services are having somewhat demand in outside that combinations we are going to see in the frameworks level. But today the content is what there advanced Java with the frameworks. This is one thing. Part of this advanced Java with the Java frameworks, no, Now today I'm going to start like what there advanced Java. In that advanced Java, these are the various concepts here we are going to understand. That's clear? All of you are getting clarity now? Alright, then after this, now anyway, directly here I'm going to start a prerequisite part here. Prerequisite topic here I'm going to start. In this prerequisite, what's the point here I'm telling to you? Observe carefully. In the prerequisite part, what exactly the content we required here? I'll list out all the topics again here. Why? Because we are going to start the topic directly. Right. Of course, then when you complete your demo class there, automatically we are able to get some WhatsApp message there regarding this syllabus content and everything. Some pages of document we are able to get. There we can see the syllabus. Okay. But where Spring Boot syllabus I have not updated. Maybe very soon I will update that inside the classroom itself. Then there only less syllabus I have given, but I will give more syllabus regarding that. Don't worry for it. Now prerequisite part, if you have to this for this advanced Java. All right, I think already you are aware about it. What topics already we are aware about it now? Classes, abstract classes, interfaces. I think you are very much clear about this. Right? Not required to discuss about this one. Why? Because without knowing knowledge on these classes, abstract classes and interfaces, how can you come for these advanced Java classes? No, not at all possible. So you already aware about it. I'm not going to cover that, but list I'm giving here. After completion of this, next one is what there? Static keyword. You already aware. Again, this topic also be aware there. Static keyword, where especially what I required. Static variables and static methods. Already you had the information about it. After completion of this static variables and static methods now, next another topic is also be completed for you. Class dot for name method. Is covered or not? In core Java I covered. In the case, no need to think much about it. If you have not understand this class dot for name previously, if you are not aware about it, in JDBs I will cover this part. In JDBs I will give the total explanation part. No need to think about it. This is we required here. What we required now. All right. So then after this, after completion of this, mainly I required from exception handling related content here. In exception handling, what topics here we required? All right, if you observe this exception handling related content, no, directly I'm telling to you, throws keyword, try, catch, finally. Throws keyword, try, catch, finally. Some introduction on exception handling, throws keyword, try, catch, finally. I'll discuss with you regarding that. Don't worry for it. Then apart from this, fifth one, another content is what there in IO streams. In IO streams, we require some topics. What topics here we require here? First one is buffered reader I required. That means I'm telling to you dynamic input approaches. Dynamic input approaches here we required inside this IO streams. Inside this I required buffered reader. Next one is after this buffered reader, scanner I required. Only these two are sufficient. But if you want to go for it, another one here, console. Anyway, we are not going to use this console, but as a list here I'm telling to you. That's about like what their dynamic input approaches. Next one is file input to stream, and what next one here? File output to stream, file input stream, file output stream. All right, these are the things here what we require now. File input stream and file output stream. That's it. Dynamic input approaches or like file input stream, file output stream. We require here. Next one is after this. Another point is what there? Collection framework. In a collection framework, almost all we are having knowledge on this collection framework. Already you are aware about it now. So where introduction part, that means basics. All I required were there basics of list. That's enough. I don't want to go for much about it. Then apart from this, I may use like what there properties files. Properties file in one or two situations I'm going to use. So this content here we required clearly. This is about our prerequisite content here we can understand. Alright, sir. Now, if I want to start the classes immediately, out of all these things, what we required here? Classes, abstract classes, interfaces we already aware, static, keyword, and class dot for name method we aware. From object orientation, these topics already we are having awareness. Next one is what there in exception handling, throws, try catch finally. I will discuss, no need to worry for it. Next one is in IOSIMS, dynamic input approaches. Buffer data and scanner only be required. Console is not required. So I will discuss these two concepts here. If I complete these concepts, then immediately we can start JDBC, no problem. Even the remaining part is also be, I don't require immediately. Maybe at the end of the, or maybe the middle of the JDBC, I require the content here. So I will discuss that content when I require the content here now. And I'm going to discuss about these topics on flow. There I will discuss about the content. Sir, all of you are getting clarity on this? Right. So next one is after completion of this content here, right. If we come for this content here, like here, directly I want to start this topic, throws keyword and exception handling related content. All of you are okay? What I am telling to you, as per your core Java knowledge only, I am telling to you. Right. Do you have any doubt on these concepts? First three topics, no? You already aware about it, right? All the concepts here. I know that already you are attending the classes there at core Java. Already aware about it. Only these topics we have not completed, but some of you have completed, but some of you have not completed here. So that's why I want to talk about these concepts here, right from this core Java. All right, sir. Now let's move on to the punch here. Now in the prerequisite part, just I'm going to talk about what the exception handling, exception handling related content here we are understanding now. See this clearly. First of all, understand this exception handling related content. What is an exception? First we have to understand it. What is an exception? Right, sir. I'll give some simple statement now. In exception handling we will discuss more about it, but simple statement I'm telling to you. All right, sir. It is an error at a runtime. What's that? It is an error at a runtime causes abnormal termination to the applications. Right. Now everybody understand this clearly. What's the point I'm telling there? Exception handling. Now observe carefully. It is an error at a runtime. It is an error at a runtime that causes abnormal termination to the applications. What is the meaning of abnormal termination to the applications? No, terminating the program in the middle. Terminating the program in the middle. Understand my point clearly? No? All right, sir. Abnormal terminations. Okay, fine. In Java applications, abnormal terminations in the applications may cause the following serious problems. The following serious problems. What are the various problems here we are able to get? First one is what there? Crashing operating system. Crashing operating system. Next one is what there? Hanging network, if it is a network based application. Next one is collapse the database, if it is a database related application. Collapse the database if it is a database related application. Next one is what there? Shut down the servers if it is a server side application, and so on. So many serious problems here we are able to get. It's not like one problem here, so many problems here. All these are serious problems. Because of one program abnormal termination may cause these many serious problems there. If you're getting these problems there, your enterprise application will not be executed. The complete enterprise application will not be executed. Everybody understand it clearly? All right. Now the point here, what I'm telling to you, to avoid the above problems, To avoid the above problems, we have to handle the exceptions. We have to handle the exceptions properly. We have to handle the exceptions properly. Right. Now, here, these exceptions are giving these problems here. Abnormal terminations to the applications, in the sense we have to handle the exceptions properly. Understand it clearly. There are two types of terminations in Java. What are the two types of terminations? Now, observe carefully. There are two types of terminations in Java. First one is smooth termination, and second one is what there? Abnormal termination. What is the meaning of smooth termination? What is the meaning of abnormal termination? If you observe this clearly, answers are very clear. Smooth termination, if you observe this, terminating the application execution, at the end of the application, end of the program. Terminating the application execution at the end of the program is called smooth termination. Smooth termination will not give any problem to us. It's a regular termination. So, for example, if you're watching a movie, at the end of the movie, when we see the title, the end title on the theater, then if you're coming outside of the theater, there is a smooth termination, smooth exit. Unexpectedly, when we are watching a movie, in the middle, due to some unexpected interruptions are going on, like what there, power failure, for example. Power backup system is also not available. Power is not coming back. 5 hours of time, that power failure. If it is a case, then in that situation, then what happened here in this particular situation? No, then we have to be terminated from the theater in the middle of the movie. So that is called as what there? Abnormal termination. So this abnormal termination causes so many serious problems here. What are the various problems here? We are able to get now. Smooth termination here, I'm telling to you. All right, sir. All of you observe carefully. Next one is abnormal termination. Abnormal termination, if you observe this, terminating the application execution in the middle of the application. Terminating the application execution in the middle of the application is called abnormal termination. This is called as what there? Abnormal termination. That's okay, fine. After completion of this, what next one here? Apart from this, no. Alright, in Java applications, I given the point clearly. Abnormal terminations in the applications may cause the following serious problems. To avoid the above problems, we have to avoid abnormal terminations to the applications. We have to avoid what there? Abnormal terminations to the applications. To avoid abnormal terminations in the applications, we have to handle the exceptions properly. Right here, to handle the exceptions, we have to use exception handling. Understand my point here? To handle the exceptions, we have to use what there? Exception handling or exception handling mechanisms. That's the point here I'm telling to you. That's okay, fine. In Java, in how many ways we are able to handle the exceptions? In Java applications, there are two ways to handle the exceptions. In Java applications, there are two ways to handle the exceptions. What are the two ways to handle the exceptions in Java? All right, first one is by using throws keyword, and the second one is by using try catch finally. First one is what there? By using a throws keyword. Second one is what there? By using a try catch finally. Now we have to understand throws keyword. Now here we have to understand what there? Throws keyword. Right, so now this is the point here what I am telling to you. Now we have to understand like what there? Throws keyword. See this, what is this throws keyword actually? What's the meaning of this throws keyword? What we are understanding about throws keyword? No. Right. I'm giving some clarity. Now try to understand it clearly. Throws is a Java keyword. Throws is a Java keyword. It is able to bypass the generated exception from the present method to the caller method in order to handle the exceptions. In order to handle the exception. Come again, what's the point I'm telling there? For example, I have a method. Inside that method, I have an exception. This method is called from some other method. But in this method, I have an exception. But my requirement is, in this particular method, I got an exception, I know that, but I don't want to handle it in this method. That handling mechanism is available at my caller method. Some other method is calling this method. In the caller method, handling mechanism is available. So I don't want to handle it in the current method. I want to handle it at the caller method. That's my requirement. So if we want to handle this exception, which is not available at the current method, which is available at the caller method, so we need to bypass the exception from present method to the caller method. To bypass the exception from present method to the caller method, there we have to use what keyword here? No, throws keyword here we have to use. Are you getting it or not? Not to throw keyword. Please remember this. It's only what there? Throws keyword. Throw keyword is different. Throws keyword is different. Throw keyword purpose is what there? Just to raise an exception. To generate an exception at a particular location, we will use throw keyword. But the throws keyword purpose is what there? Already exception is available. That generated exception I want to be bypassed to some other method. To bypass exception from present method to the some other method, there we have to use what keyword here? Throws keyword. Clear? All of you are getting clarity on this? No? That's okay, fine. Next one is, what is the syntax of this? Where we are going to use this particular one? In general, we will use throws keyword in the method prototype. Method syntax. Prototype in the sense what there? The total method syntax. In general, we will use throws keyword in the method prototype. Okay, then I will give some syntax of these methods. We know already that. First of all, like it is like what there? Access modifiers. Then after this, what next one here? Return type. After this, method name. Then after this, method name, optional parameters. Then after this, optional throws keyword and exception list. Now we have to use like what there? A set of instructions here inside this method. Have you remembered the method syntax? No? Right? Access modifiers, return type, method name, param list, throws, exception list. There we are getting like what there? Some instructions clearly. And if you're getting it or not? No, okay, fine. Alright, so this is about like what there? Method syntax and where the location of the throws keyword. Next, one more point I'm telling there. In the method syntax, one more point here we have to understand. In the method syntax, throws keyword is able to allow more than one exception name. In method syntax, throws keyword is able to allow more than one exception name. There is no condition, only one exception class we have to use along with throws keyword. We can provide any number of exception names along with the throws keyword. That depends on the type of exceptions which you are going to get from the method. That depends on the type of exceptions which you are getting from the method. On the basis of that only, we are going to specify some exception names along with the throws keyword. So example code here I'm telling to you, understand this clearly. Public, like directly void m1 method here if I take no m1 method. Now here I'm going to provide some implementation. If I take this is the method for example. Now inside this method here we are going to use like what there? Throws. Here itself we can take the throws keyword. There we can specify something else like what there? Arithmetic exception. For example, I have taken. Apart from this arithmetic exception, next one is what there? Null pointer exception. Here I have taken. Yes, of course we can take it. Index out of bounds exception, array index out of bounds exception, you can take it. That depends on your requirement, how many exceptions here we want to take, and how many exceptions are possible from this M1 method, that all the exception names here we can provide. If you don't like to specify all the exception names, no. If you don't like to specify different exception names, no. I want to specify only one exception name. Simply we can use what their exception. Exception is a superclass for every exception. Exception is what there super for every exception. If we use throws exception, any type of exception we are able to throw out from the present method to the caller method in order to handle. Yes, sir, clear? All of you are getting clarity or not? So this is the point here we have to understand now. Right, sir. That programmatically, I want to show all the points here. That programmatic context and everything I will discuss with you in the next class onwards. But just I've introduced the content prerequisite. 3 to 4 days of time. We are going to discuss about this prerequisite part here. Once if we completed the required points immediately, prerequisite to start JDBC programs, how much is required? I'll complete up to that. Then immediately, as early as possible, I'll start JDBC classes. Max, as per my view, within 3 to 4 days of time, I will complete the required prerequisite. Then immediately I'll start what their JDBC classes. Right, sir. Now regarding this, I forgot to talk about the timings and all the things about this batch now. Now today I'm starting this batch here. I need to talk some timings and all about this content here. Now try to recognize this, what we are going to understand now. Right, sir. Observe carefully. Uh, right, sir. Here itself I'm telling to you. First of all, coming to this part here, advanced Java with the Java frameworks. If we take this package now the startup time for this class is what there 4 o'clock now. 4 o'clock to up to 9 o'clock, depending on the flexibility, I'm going to start the batches, but not immediately all batches. No. Just first of all, I'm starting like what there advanced Java. In the middle of the advanced Java, I may start with Hibernate and Spring remaining courses. Right from 4 o'clock to up to night 9 o'clock. This is the total slots for me. You have to assign there within the time. I'm going to complete what there this total package every day. I think already those who are attending my core Java classes, you know that the schedules what I'm going to follow there. But new members, I'm telling there now. 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock, but not immediately. But not immediately. I'll give that individual courses schedule. Understand it clearly now. All right. This is a total slot. Directly we can assign 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock to me. So these total courses are going to be completed. But every course I'm going to take 1 hour or 1.5 hours. That I will decide. That I will design and I will give that intimations to you time to time here now. Got it or not? All right. Now coming to this advanced Java course now. Coming to this advanced Java course. Listen, all of you listen carefully. Here we need to understand it clearly. Coming to this advanced Java course. Now 4 o'clock I started this class here. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to take, observe carefully, I'm going to take prerequisite topic, and the second one is what there JDBC. Prerequisite and JDBC. All right, sir. So these two things are going to be happen at what time here? 4 to 5. Prerequisite is not countable actually. The main thing is what the JDBC. Actual topic is what the JDBC, but I don't know. Some of you might be not aware about some few concepts there. That's why I'm including that prerequisite. Even before come for this class also in my mind JDBC I want to start. But by thinking about your status there, then I included this prerequisite part. Okay, no problem. It's a matter of 3 to 4 days now. I think today some internet is fluctuating totally. Okay, now understand it clearly. Next one is remaining 4 courses, remaining 4 topics. Please recognize this. This is mandatory for me. This is minimum thing for me. I need to take the classes like this and I don't have any alternative for it. So the remaining courses, like what I'm telling to you, the remaining courses here I'm going to take like what there 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Understand it? But not immediately. Not immediately. Uh, after 15 days, maybe 10 to 15 days. After 10 to 15 days of time, The remaining classes like what there under this particular time there, we need to understand like what servlets. Next one is what there JSPs. After completion of the JSPs, JSTL and expression language. Please recognize this. Okay, and those who are attending my Java classes, you're having continuous schedules up to like what there maybe up to 7:30 or up to 8 o'clock, up to 7:45 you're attending there. Next one class, that's it. There's a meaning here, but not immediately. After 10 to 15 days of time, I'll start this schedule. That means whenever we are in the middle of the JDBC, parallel I will start this servlets. The small change, this only the change here. All right, for new members I'm telling that new members are available. Yes sir, got it. Some of your new members know. For new members, what I'm telling to you, sir, 4 to 5, then again might be 6 to 7, 2.5 hour time is gap. Again at 7:30 to 9 o'clock, how it is possible for me to attend for the class now? You may attend to me, then this 2.5 hour of time, what I have to do now? That's why what I'm telling you, when I'm going to start the 7:30 slot or 7:45, not exactly 7:30, 7:45 slot. When I'm going to start this 7:45 slot, by the time I will give online classes link for what their JDBC. They can attend through online JDBC, and directly you can come at what time here now? 7:30. Only one time only we can come, not required to come 2 times now. So understand it. When I'm going to take 2 slots parallelly, one slot I will give in online, then second slot you have to come here for understanding the content. That flexibility here I'm able to provide for you. Those are attending in offline, that's the case now. But for online students, both the timings you have to attend there clearly. As for the schedule, we have to understand. Why? Because I don't have any other option there. Already my schedules are totally packed. You're already aware about it. 4 o'clock if I start now, classes get. Even at 4 o'clock also be one batch is there. Few topics are remaining and I have to cover them. I think some of you are attending previously 4 o'clock core Java there. Don't worry. Today checked it now, but that link is not properly working. So I need to check once again here. Monday onwards, I will check that link there again. Monday onwards, I will take your classes. Then tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we are going to be busy with our content only. Monday onwards, I'll plan for it. And previously 4 o'clock, those who are attending core Java classes there, few topics are remaining. Today started. I tried to take it, but link is not working there. All right, Monday onwards, I'll plan for the classes. No need to worry for it. Again, I will give that link information there clearly after checking that. Okay, right, sir. Now the other schedules here we can understand. Finally, this is a schedule for advanced Java only. All right, Spring class, Spring Boot, microservices. I already said, 4 to 5 JDBC we are going to take now. Once if I complete JDBC, 4 o'clock to up to like what the 9 o'clock, in between that 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour, like this frameworks I'm going to start. At one situation, what we are going to see there, at one class Spring framework, at other class like what there Hibernate, at other side like advanced Java we are able to get. These 3 courses may be parallelly which are going to be happen. Out of these 3 courses, if any one course is completed there I will start like what there Spring Boot, microservices and web services. Finish. So that I have there, clear-cut plan I have there, but whatever it may be, timing for that is what there 4 o'clock to night to 9 o'clock. They are the fixed slot. There I'm going to take all of your content. So the total evening slots for the sake of your classes only. I don't have even other classes there at evening. I have to complete your classes, then only I have to start new batches. So because of that reason, this is a schedule here I'm going to follow. Again, I'm telling there, guys, in first day itself, no need to hide anything here. The point is what? At 4 to 5 o'clock, only we are going to take prerequisite under JDB. Only this. After 15 days of time, 10 to 15 days of time, I will start one more slot at 7:45 p.m. to 9 p.m. When I'm going to start these 2 slots, when I'm going to start the second slot, no, for everybody, I will give. That means for the new members, those are attending core Java classes regularly, you have to come here at 4 o'clock. But those who are completely new members, only one time you want to come, sir, not 2 times, no. For the remaining part of the JDBC, there I will provide like what their online classes link. There we can attend for it in online. Those are completely new members now. Instead of coming for 2 times to the Durgasoft, only one time we can come. Otherwise, no sir, my hostel is near to this place, only 2 times I want to come, in the sense, well and good. That depends on your option here, what I am telling to you. So first of all, anyway, all of you are getting clarity about the schedule. advanced Java schedule. So this is only the key point here. Why? Because in first day itself, I'm giving the situation. You may ask me why you are not going to be continued that 4 to 5 the total advanced Java node. 1 hour is not sufficient to complete advanced Java. It may take a lot of time. So I need to take 2 slots, at least 2 hours of time. If I take no, it will be completed a bit earlier much. So that will be an advantage for you. If I take 2 slots, no, it will be an advantage to you. In a less time, we are able to complete the courses as early as possible. We are able to start frameworks classes. Clear? All of you are getting it now? Right, so now almost all the time is 5 o'clock now. So today I want to stop it. The next class will be on Monday. Monday onwards I will take the class now. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow is a gap, the first weekend. The next class of this total content is on Monday. Monday directly I'm going to start your classes here. Again, not required to discuss about all these things. So these are the schedules here, what I'm following there. Just I've given information there. Monday onwards directly I'm going to talk about program for throws keywords. Programmatic view for throws keyword, and remaining 2 to 3 days of time prerequisite. Immediately I'll start what there JDBC content. Alright, if you have any doubts on our content here, just you can reach out to our office there. Our admin people will give much clarity on this particular process. Understand it what I'm telling to you? After that, might be some offers or something else is going on there in this today's batch. No? Just reach out to our office, ask them, then they will give some clarity regarding this content. Okay. Right, sir. Then money related thing, but I don't like to talk with you. You can reach out our office, then our admin people will give more clarity. That's okay, guys. That's all for today. Right. Then those who are attending Java classes, within 5 minutes I'll start core Java classes. Just come back there. Those who are attending only advanced Java class, again we are going to have next class at 4 p.m. on Monday. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow also I'm not going to take. On Monday I'm going to take the class. Right. Thank you. Thanks a lot. ఏమైంది? Schedules good, good. చెప్తాను. ఏమైంది? Yeah, guys, and those who are attending in online here, cover this package are where we have found the recorded lectures. You know, guys, then I will clarity. I will give clarity on Monday there. Today I'm having another session. Monday, come to the class, then I will give all of your doubts, clarity for all of your doubts, guys. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Raj. I'll meet on Monday.